spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Or any likeness of anything.
Or any likeness of anything.
That is in the heaven above.
That is in the heaven above.
That is in the earth beneath.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Or that is in the water under the earth.
Or that is in the water under the earth.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
Nor serve them.
Nor serve them.
For the Lord thy God am a jealous God.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers.
Upon the children into the third and fourth generation.
Upon the children into the third and fourth generation.
Of them that hate me.
Of them that hate me.
Showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me.
And keep my commandments.
And keep my commandments.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
The Lord will not hold him guilty.
For the Lord will not hold him guilty.
That taketh his name in vain.
That taketh his name in vain.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
6 days shalt thou labor.
6 days shalt thou labor.
Do all thy work.
And do all thy work.
The 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
But the Sabbath day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
Thou,
Thou,
nor thy son,
nor thy son,
nor thy daughter,
nor thy daughter,
nor thy manservant,
nor thy manservant,
nor thy maidservant,
nor thy maidservant,
nor thy cattle,
nor thy cattle,
nor thy stranger,
nor thy stranger,
that is within thy gates.
that is within thy gates.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth,
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth,
the sea,
the sea,
and all that in the midst,
and all that in the midst,
and rested the 7th day.
and rested the seventh day.
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Honor thy father and thy mother,
Honor thy father and thy mother,
that days may be long,
that thy days may be long,
upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not commit
Thou
adultery.
shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not bear false witness
Thou shalt not bear false witness
against thy neighbor.
against thy neighbor.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife,
Nor his manservant.
nor his
Nor
manservant,
his maidservant.
nor his
Nor
maidservant,
his ox.
nor his
Nor
ox,
his donkey.
nor his
Nor
donkey,
anything
nor anything
that is thy neighbor.
that is thy neighbor's.
And all the people saw the thunders and lightning and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not the Most High speak with us, lest we die. That is the king's message.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
Our surgeons, tribe of Judah, nation of Israel. Now we read out of Deuteronomy chapter 32, starting at verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. In many generations, ask the Father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, he separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. He found him in a desert land, and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye. As an eagle stirred up her nest, fluttereth over her young, spreadeth abroad her wings, taketh, beareth them on her wings. So the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock. Shalom.
Shalom.
Noah, tribe of Deuteronomy chapter 32, starting at verse 14. Butter of kine and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats with the fat of kidneys of wheat. And thou didst drink the pure blood of the grape. Majerushan, wax fat, and cake thou art, waxen fat. Thou art grow thick, thou art covered with fatness. And he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, and abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to gods, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. And when the Most High saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provoking of his sons and his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are very forward generations, children in whom is no faith. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
Isaiah, Allah, tribe of Judah, nation of Israel. Reading for the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, starting at verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. And I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin mine arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger, and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword without terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said, I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Where it is not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord hath not done all this. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm King, nation of Israel, tribe of Judah. And we got to read from Deuteronomy chapter 32, starting at 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they will consider their latter end. How shall one chase 1,000, and two put 10,000 to flight, except the rock has sold them, and the Lord has shut them up? For the rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. For the vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the field of Gomorrah. How you say that? Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter. The wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of apes. It is not this laid up in the store with me, and sealed up among my treasures. That's it. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
Nation of Israel, tribe of Judah. We read Deuteronomy chapter 32, starting at verse 25. To be longest vengeance and recompense, their foot shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come
For the Lord shall judge the people and repent himself for his servants. And he sees that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left. And he shall say, where are their gods, their rock in whom they trusted, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices, and drink the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up and help you, and be your protection. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I whip my glittering sword, and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies, and will reward them that hate me. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Brother Stanley, Nation of Israel, tribe of Judah. I'll be reading out Deuteronomy 32, 30 and 42. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of vengeance upon the enemy. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people. And Moses came and spake all the words of this song in the ears of the people, he and Hosea the son of Nun. And Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel. And he said unto them, set your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to observe to do all the words of this law. For it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life. And through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land, whither ye go over Jordan to possess it. And the Lord spake unto Moses that selfsame day, saying, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom.
I'm Teron, 1 of 12, Nation of Israel. And I'll be reading from Deuteronomy 32 and verse 49. Get ye up into this mountain of Rim, unto Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, that is over against Jericho, and behold the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel for a possession, and die in the mount, whither thou goest up, and be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered unto his people. Because ye trespassed against me among the children of Israel at the waters of Meribah Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because ye sanctified me not in the midst of the children of Israel. Yet thou shalt see the land before thee, but thou shalt not go thither unto the land which I give the children of Israel. Chapter 33 and verse 1. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of God, blessed the children of Israel before his death. And he said, the Most High came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints from his right hand, and a fiery law for them. Yet he loved the people, all his saints are in thy hand, and they sat down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive of thy words. Shalom.
Shalom.
All praise, all praise. Now, we're gonna have an A and B selection from the GOCC Downtown Flyer. Give it up for them, family.
All praise. All praise.
All praises, all praises.
All right.
Can y'all hear me?
Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Go ahead, give it up again for the choir family. Give it up again. Hope everybody had an awesome week. Made it here again. Most High has mercy on us. It's another day, an opportunity for us to actually get back right. This lesson here, man, this is a real good lesson. I'm gonna let it speak for itself. It's called Heresies and Pharisees. The Trojan horse,
Well,
spirit that destroys from within. The Trojan horse spirit that destroys from within. I was looking at this. What do they actually mean by Trojan horse? Does anybody have an idea concerning the Trojan horse? I mean, whatever's on your spirit. As far as the context of the lesson. Well,
I would say it's really like the second spirit comes in, it's a friendly spirit.
okay. You want to sit in the front seat, right? No, all praise. I'm going to read this. And those you know who's all in the computers, we know what a Trojan horse is concerning the virus. But let me read this to give you a concept, understanding what the elders actually went into. This is Trojan horse. A Trojan horse virus is a type of malware that downloads onto a computer disguised as a legitimate program. The delivery method typically sees an attacker using social engineering to hide malicious code within legitimate software to try and gain user system access with their software. So you're absolutely right. It's like a disguise. So he's going into the origin, the spirit of what heresies and Pharisees are. One of our biggest problems amongst those who are both inside and outside of the church is the spirit of heresy. Also, another big problem is those who operate in the spirit of Pharisee. Both the spirit of heresy and the spirit of a Pharisee are very similar in nature. We will break down the understanding to both in this lesson and connect the dots to show their similarity as well. We will first take a look at heresy to get the foundational understanding of what it is and what it means. So we're going to read from the dictionary. This is from dictionary.com, or you can just go to the whole dictionary and look up heresy and get variations of it. This is heresy.
Heresy. Opinion or doctrine at variance with the orthodox or accepted doctrine, especially of a church or religious system. Any belief or theory that is strongly at variance with established beliefs, customs, etc. The willful and persistent rejection of any article of faith by a baptized member of the church.
It's key. Now, even if you highlight the baptized, that's key and functional as far as the spirit that one is actually operating in concerning the doctrine that we actually all believe. That's why we're here now.
It was the Spirit of the Most High coming on to us to actually make a choice concerning which doctrine that we believe in and have faith in. That's why you have a bunch of doctrines now with a lot of Hebrew Israelite camps, what have you, not to speak ill will to them, but in order to be able to literally understand this walk and this journey, we have to understand the doctrine to its totality to see if that Spirit of Christ is actually being moved and operating. So go ahead and read. This is go ahead and read down.
All right, these are the synonyms to heresy. Thesaurus.com. Blasphemy, fallacy, disbelief, dissent, dissidence, error, schism, and misbelief.
Let's go ahead and turn to the books of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16. We want to read down to verse 21.
Galatians, chapter 5, verses 16 through 21. Galatians 5, verses 16 through 21. Verse 16 reads, This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have told you in time past, that they that do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the highest.
So remember, if anyone is dealing with this in any shape, form, or fashion, remember, go through the protocol, of course, but also to relieve yourself of these things, fast and pray. This is all about a connection of the Spirit, where a goal that we're trying to achieve. So let's go into some of the definitions here. We got variance. Variance.
Variance. This is a strong concordance. G 2054. G 2054. Of uncertain affinity, a quarrel. That is, by implication, wrangling, contention, debate, strife, variance.
So if anything if this is something that anyone is actually dealing with, examine yourself thoroughly. Examine yourself thoroughly, because harmony in the Spirit of Christ is like I said, that's the goal that we're actually trying to achieve and actually apply, and as well as in the sense of building up the church, which is not the physical aspect of all of us, which we all are doing that, but it starts individually. You can't just focus on the outside and say, okay, I can appear to be this way. Mind you, this is the spirit that this lesson is going into. The Pharisees had everything on outward appearance looking on point, but their heart was so far away from him, it was ridiculous. So we can't focus on that. Focus on your temple, your house first. So if you're dealing with this, examine yourself. As we're reading up here as well, I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Go ahead and go to seditions. Now mind you, the variance actually had debate and strife. I advise you, I think he's going to expound on that as well, but go into those words as well, because there's a real deep meaning when it goes into strife, debate, and contentions. Go into that word. Like you said in the Bible, study to show thyself approved. So then you would know how to operate and apply what it is you read. Why? Because you meditated and you studied on that word, whether it was long, whether it was all day. Go ahead, read up seditions.
Sedition. This is G 1370 in the Strong Concordance. G 1370. 1370. From a derivative of G 1364 and G 4714. Disunion, that is figuratively, dissension, division, sedition. Then we got heresy, which is G 139, G 139. From G 138, properly a choice, that is specifically a party or abstractly disunion. Heresy is the Greek word itself, heresy, which is the Greek word itself, sect.
So there's a sect, so there will be different sects, even within the body of Christ, who say they believe, but ultimately, deep down rooted, they have a different belief, or there's a disagreement there, or there's some strife there. That's just like how the heresies and Pharisees actually did, as well as Christ and his disciples. There was a division that was there where all of them were saying that they actually believed in the same thing. Let's go into 1 Corinthians 11 and 17. Like I said, intro into even coming in here. You deal with a lot of brothers. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of brothers. Me specifically, I dealt with someone whom I actually had the privilege to sit down and talk to this brother, just by trying to reason with him and asking questions. And seeing that his doctrine, he had a stigma on a different doctrine, even believing what the doctrine that I was showing him according to GOCC. For some reason, he just couldn't get away from it. I could show him everything that's there. He still can't get away from it. So we got to understand a lot of that. We're going to put the cart before the horse. Let's go ahead and go with 1 Corinthians. Go ahead and read that.
1 Corinthians 11, 17 through 19. 1 Corinthians 11, 17 through 19. 17 reads. Now in this that I declare unto you, I praise you not, that ye come together not for the better, but for the worse.
Read that again.
Now this that I declare unto you, I praise you not, that ye come together for the better, not for the better, but for the worse. For first of all, when ye come together in the church, I hear that there be divisions among you, and I partly believe it. For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you.
And this is where we got to put on the spirit of Most High. This is where, because it's supposed to happen. Why? Because now we can have discernment to make a distinction on who is who. Ultimately, remember the Trojan horse, they come in looking like everybody else. But they come in and they plant and get that seed inputted, and guess what? They will go around and harbor and find others who agree with the same seed that they put in, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, which can be deemed as wicked. By that, rooting up and growing, it disperses. It's just like a tree. It disperses, but it disperses with what? Thorns. Now you will see a change in the atmosphere once that happens. That's why I said it must